Okay, I believe we are live, so welcome. Thank you. My name is Ed McKeel. I'll be your dungeon master this evening for the Dragonlance Nexus Presents Dragons on the River of Time. I would like to thank you for taking your Saturday evening with us. Hey, and this is 3 Saturdays in a row that we got game in. That's like a record, I think. I think so, somewhere. Anyway.
Considering we played Friday last time.
Right. It was Friday last time. You're right. We're back on Saturday.
Yeah, I got to go, man. No.
Don't do that. All right. So if you guys are you're derailing me. All right, no. So if you're new to the game, you can find our recording sessions on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Search Dragonlance Nexus. You can also find us on Facebook under Dragonlance Nexus or just Dragonlance. And of course, we're under Twitch, Dragonlance Nexus. Our info is below me. So please give us a follow or a like, or however you want to engage on social media. We're on 3 different platforms. We would also like to thank our Patreon supporters. If you're watching, we love you very much. Our Patreon link is also below. And thank you for supporting the Dragonlance Nexus. You help us keep the lights on, the website continuing to be supported. And of course, you help our special projects like Champions of Krynn and revised Tasloth patches of everything. So we are starting a little late. That's fine. We're gonna do this abridged. So we'll intro the players. We're down 1 player this evening. Well, technically 2 players, but she had to leave because we changed days. But anyway, let's just go around the room. Why don't we start with you, Chuck?
Hi, I'm Chuck. I've been playing this game for 2 years. I am playing a dwarf named Tarn. He is a paladin, and he's a great guy. Probably the team favorite. Everybody loves him. His #1 fan is definitely MacGuffin. And my team's name is not Kodiak Must Die.
That definitely is your team name. Okay. Thank you, Chuck. Tim, let's go to you next.
Hi, I'm Tim. I am playing Garrus, the Minotaur Warrior. Garrus enjoys long walks on the beach and headbutting people. So we're looking forward to playing and getting this demon up to speed on what she can do. So,
okay,
that's it.
Thank you, Tim. Trampus, how about you?
My name is Trampus Whiteman. I am playing MacGuffin, who is a Tinker Gnome Artificer. And he's got a robot bear, except it's not a robot because it's fantasy. But it's a robot.
He's a magical robot. Right? No?
Yeah, totally.
Last but not least, Weldon.
Hi, I am playing a Kender, Ari Haversack. Last we talked about it, he's like gets exploring, kind of bored, a bounty hunter going after our quarry Pandora. We're almost close to it, but there seems to be a demon in our way. And to recap the last episode, I'll leave it up to Ed.
Yeah, I will recap the last episode.
Reclap
as well, because there was a little drama.
I thought we were doing the clap the hand song.
No. Oh, okay. So let me get there. So we are missing John, and John plays Erevan, our warlock of his patron is the Device of Time Journey. He was a little bit of part of the drama last session, which I'll get to when we get to a very, very quick summary. I always like to take a minute or two. I know that we just have a little bit of news to discuss where they brought out a lot of the information about the new Dragonlance adventure and then also the board game. Did anybody want to just give a quick recap on that real quick, and then we'll go right into the summary?
There's an adventure, there's a board game, they go together.
They put out a YouTube.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, they put out a trailer on YouTube for it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was a well done trailer, and yeah, no complaints so far about it.
And they fixed the misspelling of Kern, the Korean.
Oh my gosh.
When they first came out with like just telling everyone that the world of Korean is available for you guys.
Right. That happens. Come on.
Yeah, that was a thing.
I do notice that whenever an edition gets long in the tooth, sometimes the spelling, like the editing gets a little bit shakier.
So
I've noticed that over the course of however many 6 editions that I've played in. So
I would say the people that run social media for large companies, because I work in communications, I work in government communications, but I used to actually do social media for a government agency. And some of the folks that are doing social media are kind of like on the younger end. They may not be into D&D. This is just their, let's get these posts out. They're pre-written, and there's people that just posting them. So sometimes they transpose things. And they're interns.
As I understand it, they're under a lot of pressure as well. And I imagine so with one D&D coming out, and but yeah, agreed. I just think we need to let that go and move on.
Yeah, we don't have to discuss one D&D tonight. That's a whole podcast that we can get later. But anyway, so the board game looks pretty cool. The adventure. Oh, sorry. Well, the adventure looks pretty neat too. I'm a little excited. I'll definitely be supporting, and I hope you guys too do as well. All right. So fair warning. Shall I be quiet? Oh, I see you now, Chuck. I see you. Sorry, I had to look off screen to see what
Chuck
you're doing.
Chuck is being Chuck.
I didn't say a word.
You didn't?
No.
He said no words.
We could feel your warmth through the screen.
I mean, I wasn't listening to Stir play Silence.
Oh my gosh!
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were doing a sing along.
I was ready to join in.
All right. So session 18 summary. We're gonna do this quick and dirty. And fair warning, So I didn't spend a lot of time watching the YouTube session because I kind of went through some eureka moments, and I've got actually the rest of the campaign fully written. So that's like a win for me. Because I've had trouble. But here we go. So you guys started last session in the Ogre King Garrett Draken's Citadel. You handily defeated him. You did take some damage, but it was pretty negligible. And then you shared a heartfelt goodbye with Lady Elnora, as she's decided to stay in her own timeline with her dragons. And Tim Garrus was pretty cool. He left the Dragonlance with her.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, I wasn't going to penalize you if you kept it. I was just pleasantly surprised as a DM.
That's good role playing.
Yeah, I feel like it was something he would do.
Yeah. Go ahead and give yourself +1 inspiration for that, by the way.
That will put me at 3.
Okay. Then you're just at 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought you'd used one last session, but I guess I was
wrong. I don't know. Either way, I have 2 now.
Yeah, I'll look at it later. So after that, you all entered the portal. Not everybody entered at the same time. Erevan and MacGuffin had entered first. But you found yourself in a wide library. In the middle of the room was a very strange jade and onyx obelisk. And basically there were tiles on the floor organized in the form of a compass. And then you guys spent a lot of time kind of carefully studying the room, detecting magic, looking at the different things. So you found that the library had books in the room that range from the entire written history of Krynn, including countries across the seas that aren't just Ansalon. And they were all ordered, I believe, by century. You found that the obelisk emitted chronomancy magic and abjuration. And it effectively, the magic that is going through that obelisk is basically that room you're in and most of the rooms around you, you're out of time. So no time passes there and you are hidden to anyone short of a god. And the obelisk had some strange runes that were unreadable even by Ari's mask.
So you're saying we've achieved immortality
If you stay here,
if
as
we
long
stay
as
in
you
this
want.
room, right?
Yes,
Okay,
pretty
just
much.
checking.
It is timeless, much like if you were in, the Abyss or the Dome of Creation, those types of places. So the messy piles of books on the southern area of the floor had books on the Third Dragon War, and then, of course, also the Abyss. And so while you guys were resting, everybody kind of did their own thing. Tarn had figured out that Lady Elnora had died in the battle against the last battle against Takesis, where Huma sacrifices himself. Her and her dragon had passed. I don't remember. Chuck, did you share that with everybody else, or did you keep that to yourself?
I did share it, yeah.
Okay. So in that room, the northern door was locked by an arcane lock, but there was no handle or a lock on the door. It was just like a straight portal that had no way to open it other than potentially disabling the arcane lock. The western door was trapped and locked. You did not disarm that trap. Ari did get a fire-breathing trap in the face, and he was pretty suspicious that the trap would reset. The eastern door was trapped. It did have a spiked pit poison trap that Garrus had fallen into.
Garrus so cleverly discovered.
Yes, he cleverly discovered and fell 10 feet and took some poison damage. And that was after that you guys decided to rest. Okay. So here's where we get to the cool part. You guys were able to open that eastern door, and you entered an immense a room that had an immense summoning circle. Inside that summoning circle was an Aranis, a devil, and also a portal that was not active. And Erevan innately had sensed that portal would have been where you guys had come out had he not toyed with the original portal back in King Draken's room. You found that the summoning circle was powered by these magical orbs, and Erevan had figured out the closest orb was the one that controlled it. He did that through a number of kind of private messages to me. So moving forward, I realized that had become a little disruptive. And so unless the private messaging is very super important, I'm going to just kind of tell people, if you want to give me a message, you can do it in the chat that we can see. And I'm going to ask players to role play it like they hadn't seen it, but I kind of want to put it out there so, we don't create friction for others. Is that fair for everybody?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Tarn, you actually had began talking to the Aranis, who decided she wanted to be called Aaron. She revealed that she was trapped there by Pandora, and she was also kind of speaking with Ari because Ari looked innocent and easy to overwhelm. Meanwhile, as this was happening, Erevan decided he wanted to jack around with that control sphere, and right after Tarn had Tarn, you made a bargain with Aranis, basically stating that you would free her for information. Is that correct?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, Erevan turns up that globe, and you see the Aranis had just started wincing in pain. She had made her saving throw, but she took some damage. Then Tarn threw a hand axe into Erevan's shoulder, basically swearing vengeance that should he hurt that devil again, it would probably be his life. And she had not revealed much information thus far, other than saying that Pandora had trapped her there, and Pandora had asked her of the places of power in the abyss that were special to Takesis, the goddess. So let's go ahead to the battle map, Travis, if you don't mind. So John is not here. I am going to be role-playing for John, or Erevan. So we're going to leave it exactly where it was. John was nursing a shoulder wound, or Erevan was nursing a shoulder wound. We'll just say he pulls the axe out of his, and so it had actually pierced some of his mage armor. And he looks at you, Tarn, and says, "Would you like this back?" And as he just kind of like is brushing off the blood.
Oh, why did he say that?
And he says, "I want no further violence."
Why would he say that?
So I'm going to ask you guys to maybe, John is acting a little strange. Or, sorry, Erevan is acting a little strange. So I'm just putting that out there for you guys.
Kill him. No. So, John, good news and bad news. Good news, that new character you wanted to play, you're going to get to play him.
Yeah, Garrus is just, I mean, he last session didn't say hardly anything to this demon or devil or whatever she is. And this whole exchange between Erevan and Tarn, he's just slowly drawing his sword and, you know, kind of just holding it.
Okay.
And he's just observing. It's like,
so the Aranus kind of looks to the elf and says, "If I ever encounter you outside of this circle, I will take you back to the abyss with me, and you will suffer 1,000 tortures. Tortures they have no names of in your language, elf." She just smiles.
God, he'd be on Oprah. All right.
So
First of all, one thing I want to say real quick. Sorry. First of all, I wanted to give a shout out to Megan, who did a great job with the Aranus last time. Creep me the heck out. So, props to her. So basically, is Erevan just acting weird and we're all noticing this?
I would say you guys have traveled long enough with Erevan to notice that. Well, I mean, you make your own assumptions. Make your own assumptions. I don't want to put things in your head.
What's he doing currently?
Well, what he did is you saw him find that control sphere, and you had hypothesized that existed from your Arcana check, but you just hadn't seen it yet. But he had seen it, and he went over there and started playing with it, and he wanted to directly get the information. Looked like he was trying to influence the Aranus, and you saw him turn it, and then she gasped in pain. And then that was when Tarn saw it and went and tossed an axe at him. And then he stopped what he was doing, glared, and now he just took the axe out of his shoulder. He's got a wound. So, I mean, the wound is not terrible, and he's being quiet, and he simply is holding the axe for you, Tarn, and he says, "I want no further violence."
I'm just giving him
What's going on here?
a dead stare.
So, guys, to remind me of last session, did we get her to answer any concessions with us to
We had
speak the
we
truth
had-
or something like that?
we had just made a deal to free her right before this, and she was going to give us the information.
Correct. And so the information that she had shared already was that she was put there by Pandora. Pandora had asked her about Takesis and asked her of the places of power in the abyss. And she had also told you that she had attended court with Takesis with top generals such as Asmodeus.
Okay, so
That was as far as it went. And then everything kind of got,
Hey, Ed.
everything got confusing. So as I recall, was in the process of just about to turn one of the knobs, which I think would free her. I'm about to do that, but
you have
I'm
no
going-
idea what those knobs do.
You
Yeah.
tried last time, it failed your roll.
Well, yeah, but being a Kender, I do not care about my consequences. I'm just gonna see what happens, as Kender will. But the thing is, I want to question: does she have a previous promise to kill us, even if we free her? Yeah,
Well,
that's what I want to ask her.
Let's do that in role playing.
Well,
Yeah.
just remind you, the deal was when she was free, she could not kill us.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
And so both Erevan and MacGuffin knows that there's probably a way to manipulate that control panel to free her and send her back. But Erevan has said nothing, but MacGuffin, you know.
Can I examine the orb or whatever that
Yeah, it's right over
Arvantage-
here.
I just want to stress, I'm stressing this, I am not touching it.
Okay.
I'd like to do an Arcana check to see if it might possibly have any sort of mind control or mind altering abilities. I don't know if an Arcana check would be able to do that or not.
I mean, go ahead and make a check.
Those old Matt Mercer would say you can always try. Let's see.
So on the 16, and from your earlier,
I'm sorry. I
It's
rolled
okay.
it twice.
so
Sorry.
the 16 is fine. On the 16, you know well enough that you know that that it can cause pain, that it can shut it down, and you definitely consider it to probably, you have the ability to send her home, but you don't see any way of being able to control the demon at all, or devil, excuse me.
Okay. Is there anything about it that just seems?
Let's move you over there,
Like-
by the way.
Yeah. Where am I? There I am.
I'm gonna move him here. Be there.
I mean, he's on the
Okay.
screen a couple times.
He's right here. This is fine.
He's beside himself.
I also see him over
Okay.
here.
Oh, that's really strange. Right. Well, we deleted him. Okay, so just remember that to go on the wood, you have to actually go down the stairs. It's like a 5 and change foot drop to go on the wooden area. This is all like a raised pedestal, or
Okay.
a raised level. Like this is all raised. So just letting you know that. Okay. Turn. Let's give you a chance
So
to talk.
how-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So I think I know how to not only deactivate this, but send her home. But how do we get the info if I do that? All right. Ed, is that two separate things? Free her, send her home, or is that all one thing?
No, those are, you can turn. So what you've been able to determine is you can turn it on and off, turn the power on and off to the summoning circle. You can, there's another thing that caught another control that will cause whoever's in the circle pain or no pain. And then there is another control that will send whoever is in the circle back to their home plane of origin. There is another control there, but you do not know what it does.
And
Like a
that's
whole
the
nother
control
level.
right above me, right?
You don't know
And-
what controls are what, Ari.
Okay.
Okay, and so before we get too much further, I want to say that I want to have Kodiak ready to jump Erevan in case he gets wacko with us, because something's not right with him. But I will. Okay, let's roleplay it and say. So, guys, are we in agreement that we should turn the summoning circle off now? Because I can do that.
I don't think we've quite gotten all the information from her. Seems a little lax on information, if you catch my drift.
Was she giving us information and then we free her, or we free her and she gives us information?
The deal was she'd give us the information. If the information was good, we'd free her.
How good are you at persuasion? I mean that in character, not as in a skill check.
Another persuasion roll. I'm
So
pretty good.
someone had made an initial persuasion roll,
That was
and
me.
yeah, and you had gotten some information from her.
So
And out of character, MacGuffin means that as in more of an intimidating sort of persuasion, but you do what you do.
So Aaron, the Aaroness.
You may
What
call
else?
me.
What else do you know that might be worthwhile for your freedom? As I apologize for my, I don't know how to say, acquaintance, his actions. He will not do it again, but I feel like you are withholding information from the deal.
Must we barter in such a manner?
Do you value your freedom?
I do, and but am I not of worth more to you with this circle off? Turn the circle off, and I'll tell you everything you want.
You are going back on the deal.
No, I'll
You,
very well.
You
very
are
well, very
opening new negotiations.
well. In good faith, I will share this with you. The place that was of most interest to Pandora is now in Sargas's domain. There is the topmost point of the old Temple of Istar. That is where she wanted more information about. That is where the many meetings between her top generals of the Abyss occurred. That is where the goddess held court. And that's what Pandora wanted to know about.
And when did these take place?
As long as Takhisis has ruled.
So, we're saying like Tuesday?
A couple of days ago?
I mean, we want to eliminate Pandora as much as you do.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that to open with?
We did.
Been a while.
That was our opening.
I'm sorry. And what would you do to this half-breed witch?
You know, at this point in our life, if we could bring her to justice.
Justice. What
And
justice?
And whoever justice that is, if it's you, we'll bring her to you.
Ooh.
She is destined to die.
We don't know by whose hand, though.
The horned
She is
one
destined
speaks.
to die by my hand.
He speaks. Does he dance as well?
Fairly well.
Come at me, devil, and I'll show you how I dance.
Oh, my darling. You are you a flirt? Shall we?
Enough with this. Turn the knob again.
You cannot turn the knob.
I turned the knob.
No, that's like,
No.
No,
which-
wait a minute. Hold on.
Turn which
Hold
knob?
on.
Which knob did you turn?
Hold on.
You did it, and you're kicking an axe to the face.
Hold on. Do you mean the one for pain?
well, I was, yeah. He just kind of threw it over his shoulder, like enough. Hit her again. Like he doesn't care.
So would
MacGuffin
torture?
likes-
Would MacGuffin torture another person?
Here's what MacGuffin does. He, for a brief second, he looks at the knob and he's like, "That is not my way. I have fought with the Knights of Solamnia." And Tarn reminded me about honor recently. No.
Mortals and your petty notions of honor.
This is how it's gonna get you free. If it wasn't for honor, the elf would have killed you.
Very
You know,
well.
the bad guys ought to try it sometime.
So I just stepping out of roleplay just for a second. There are 4 knobs. 4 lights. No, I'm just joking. Sorry. That's an old school Star Trek Next Generation quote for anyone. Yeah.
Oh my.
It was the 90s, my friend. We might have
Get
people
off my
watching
lawn.
who had never been born at that point in time. Okay.
Get off my line.
Oh, I know. So regardless, there are 4 knobs, okay? One knob, turns it off, turns the circle on and off. One knob turns the pane on and off. One knob, and it's notched. And if you, as you've studied it further, you've noticed that there's like a little demon head in red on the knob where the pointer is. And so you think that this is the one that'll send her home if need be, and you think that magically whoever steps in that circle can be sent home to their homeward place. And then there's another knob that you have no idea. But you are not an idiot. And the only thing in that circle that is not working that you don't know about is that portal. So
Yeah, I have a 20 intelligence, so definitely
Sure.
not an idiot.
but you still don't know how you don't know how to manipulate that knob correctly is what I mean to tell you. Like you could just start doing stuff with it. And as you've looked at that knob, it has a lot of different controls and notches on it. So anyway, all right, that being said, back into role play. Very well. Master Dwarf? Do you have a name, Master Dwarf?
It's Tarn.
Master Tarn. Though I somehow am suspicious that's not your true name. That being said, the bargain is
Garrus just looks at Tarn.
There is such a thing as true name magic. I've studied it a little bit, but I'm not totally familiar with it.
she just kind of gives the gnome like a withering, like, oh, gnomes. Master Tarn. So we have added a piece to the deal that I will give you more information for the promise of delivering the half-breed Pandora KO to the abyss, to me, for such delights we shall show her.
We can make that happen.
That is the honorable deal.
Within our power, we will make it happen.
Swear it upon the world forged dwarf, and I shall share what I know.
You
Tarn,
sometimes
if I might have a moment.
but at that point, Tarn just throws his hands up. It looks at Aaron and says, "What? Can I throw the gnome in on the deal?"
What do you give me for a gnome?
Maybe the elf.
I resent that. Are you sure you want to be making deals with the devil or demon or whatever she is? I know full well she's a devil. I'm just...
I just turn and look at MacGuffin. You know, sometimes to conquer a greater evil, you have to take a look at your allies, regardless of who they are and where they stand. But if they're with you and end your cause, you have to back with them. And sometimes that means delivering an evil to an evil and letting the evil fix itself. Because you know what happens. You know what happens with evil. Eventually, turns upon itself.
Oh, we'll turn her upon herself. Have trust.
Here's the question, though. If you associate with evil, do you not become evil yourself? Or are you counting on good redeeming its own?
And I look at you. You're the one standing next to the elf.
What do you know about him that I don't?
What do you not know about him?
I'm going to hang myself with my barbed whip. If I continue to hear more about morality, hold
on to that thought. So, he is our ally. We have stood by him. Now, he did something pretty reprehensible here, and I don't blame you for being mad. But I feel like there's something more going on that I'm not aware of.
Are you talking to Erevan?
No, I'm talking to Tarn.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He is no ally of mine.
Why is that?
He is simply a companion.
Are you guys speaking like off to the side or around everybody?
Well, I'm giving a dead look straight at Erevan as I say those words.
And he's just staring at you back, still holding your hand axe.
Every group has a racial imageer.
Shots fired. He's not here to defend himself.
You're saying there's something more to him, that he might make a deal with a higher power for power?
What do you know about Erevan? And yes, Aaron the Aranese, we will make the deal.
Oh.
I swear,
the gnome?
Swear upon my hand axe that the gnome will deliver. Pandora. I swear that I will deliver Pandora.
Very well. I'm going to need a pact of blood, my dwarven friend. You know how this works.
Raising the stakes again, I see.
No, I said that if you swear, and have you no knowledge of pacts in the abyss?
Well, I have plenty of knowledge of pacts. Maybe our friend over there has more knowledge about pacts.
He serves another.
He does.
He said that he serves the device of time journeying.
So
he's got a little more than that in him.
The deal.
And you see Erevan looks and just glares at her.
Gosh, I hate this interaction all about John when John's not here.
John knows about this.
Okay.
And you guys, there are things. Look, if your friend's acting weird, what would you do?
Kill him.
Tie him down. Put something over his mouth. Basically, hog tie him.
He has not hurt any of you. I'm just saying there's skill checks that you can make if you so choose. Jeez.
Do we need to?
Enough
Does
of
he
him.
need to?
I don't care of your silly servant elf. He serves masters. I care not. Give us a drop of your blood, dwarf, and send me home, and you will have all that I know, and perhaps a little extra.
How can you have more than what you know?
More than what we know currently.
I said,
I take my hand axe back from Erevan. I'll walk over, take it back from him.
he lets you take it, and he does nothing. He doesn't even look at you. He's just glaring at the devil.
I wipe the hand axe off with a rag, toss the rag into the circle. There's your blood.
She picks it up gingerly, smells it, and then a forked tongue comes down and she licks it. Oh, very well.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Very well. Now, as I mentioned before, Tikis held court there at the top of the garishly designed Temple of Istar that had been moved there after, well, the gods threw a mountain upon it. Oh, that was such a joyous day back at home.
Fun fact that I was at that temple.
Okay. What? Out of here. What?
Tarn just assumed he's been to Istar, so he was at the temple.
Oh, okay. Very well, very well. So, here's what I shall impart to you. Tikhisis was suspicious of her own demise and went about like a fearful little goddess, enchanting objects with her essence. And the thought was, if she enchanted enough of her relics, perhaps someone intelligent enough would be able to bring her back from the dead. And here's the knowledge that I know you don't know. In your future, she is indeed dead.
Dun, dun, dun.
Probably.
God,
probably
I love you right now.
I sense it's probably an elf. Sylvanesti by birth.
Now, send me home, please.
McGovern, do the honors.
How are we getting out of this place?
Out the door?
I've not been in this place other than in here. That is
she
outside
kinda-
of our deal, friend.
Yeah, she didn't know how to get out of here already.
I will
So,
bid your hellos to Sargus, my dearie.
Wait a minute. You side with Sargus?
I said,
I pull out a brochure.
Do like a
Tap
like
it on
a Minotaur
on
curse.
your shield. This is a brochure to Reorcs. It's a pamphlet.
Do you have
Please take a look at
Our
it.
Lord the Savior reworks.
Take a look at it. Just peruse it. You'll see some benefits there, like the Axe of the Month
He's
Club.
literally wearing a medallion of Kirijal.
There's an Axe of the Month Club? Dude.
I see
turned off.
the bison god, but I know that any Minotaur still pays homage to Old Horny.
Sargas.
Details we don't want to know.
I basically say Sargas can go and do something with his own ass. Like, I don't know. Not good at.
I will
Yeah,
indeed share that.
He can take his horn and stick it where he doesn't know.
All right, and with that, I turn it off.
All right. The lights go down, and she goes, bleep. Wait, you sent her home, or you turned it off?
I turned it off. I haven't sent her home yet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
Okay, hang on.
oh.
Use
And
my
then
language,
for-
folks.
Oh no. Hold on.
Hang
Don't
on.
do it.
No,
Don't do it.
no.
It's
I'll
done.
send her-
With their consequences. We can
All right.
take her on. Come on.
You said there were 2 steps. I did step 1.
No, I didn't. I said there were 4 knobs.
Why couldn't you just put the Uranus back in the abyss?
She sees that the lights had gone down,
Oh.
and she goes to uncoil her whip. You have a split second. What do?
Send her back.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought one had to be done before we did the other.
No. Turning it off is just turning it off.
That was the player mistake. McGuffin's too intelligent for that.
Okay.
I, on the other hand, might have an intelligence of 5. So
No, you're fine. All right.
So Erevan, if you don't complete this mission now, your soul is hers.
Oh,
Great.
shit. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
That's why he gave the axe to him with the blood on it in the first place. It was so
It's the only way I can assure that
Oh,
Erevan's
sorry.
on the our
awesome
team.
time.
So, Tarn, the other thing, though, is that axe has been yours as well. So, but it doesn't have your
cut
blood
myself
on it.
on it.
Oh, no.
Chuck,
Erevan finally looks at you, and he's like, was that really necessary?
Yeah.
Well, Erevan,
Right.
what in the world is going on with you? She just said that Texas died. What happened in your future?
And out of character, what time is he from? Is he from Chaos
He's
War?
from
Is that right?
he's actually from the Golden Timeline, the one where Taz goes to attend Caramon's funeral. Yeah, he's
All
actually there at the funeral,
And
that's
there
when
are
he's
no
pulled.
Knights of Caucasus in that version. The elves are completely allied to each other.
Mm.
There's a unified kingdom.
Takesis isn't dead though.
Okay, so that's the Age of
Oh.
Dragons timeline.
Yes, that's what he's from. And he just kind of is like, he's focusing and he looks like he's in a little bit of a fog, but he focuses and says, Takesis is alive where I'm from. And I thought that I shared with you that I was at a funeral for Caramon Majir, and the device of time journeying yanked me from that funeral. I had been serving the unified government as a Kaganesti. The two Sylvanesti and Qualinesti are one kingdom. Here I've been with you since then. And then his eyes are just so. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Ari, because he's close.
Yeah, just did it. 28.
Sorry, my browser decided. On a 28, you notice that he keeps staring at your bag of holding. Like, he said all these things, but his eyes keep darting down to your bag of holding.
Okay, Erevan, why are you looking at the bag of holding, and what do you need?
Oh, no reason. This is silly. Come, I apologize for my actions. Let us just go back to trying to find a way out of here.
You need to look for Pandora. So I think she's somewhere around here. We followed her in through here to what would have been through the portal, and she must have left it with the devil / demon as something to stop us. And she's probably elsewhere in this place.
Ed, what is this altar in the back? Is that
That's the portal.
Oh, that is the portal.
Yeah, so that's the portal that Erevan thinks that potentially you guys would have been if he had not intervened over in King Garrick Draken's throne room over back in the Citadel. He thinks you guys have been transported directly to there.
Oh,
And
inside.
we
Wow.
would have been in the
Ah,
circle
ah, ah.
within
Yes.
striking zone.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So we haven't
Okay.
explored this place. I think she's still around here.
Who?
Pandora. I'm telling the rest of the guys, I think she's still around here. There's another door on the other side that we came from that we haven't even opened yet. That was the one that had the fire trap blast me.
Well, there's
So-
two doors that you hadn't opened yet, but one of those doors didn't have like a door knob or handle on it.
Yeah.
And
So
Erevan
I
had.
think she's somewhere here.
Well, do you guys want to stay here or go in the other room?
I'm gonna go back into the other room. I don't know what's happening here with Erevan, but it's not something that we're gonna solve right now.
No, I'm
Okay.
going with you, Garrus.
All right, I'm going to move you guys back to the other room. All right. Can everybody see the other room? There we go. Okay.
All right. And the west door is the one that has the trap, the fire trap.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct?
And
And
you
the
guys
north
took
door-
a long rest. And the north door it is
Has-
closed, and Erevan was able to tell you that it is arcane locked.
All right. Can't you dispel it?
Can Erevan dispel it?
Yeah.
A damn good question.
I mean, you should unless it's super high level. Unless he doesn't have to spell magic.
I don't think he does. Hang on. I'm going to his page. Spells. Well, he does not have dispel magic. So sorry.
So all right. So the west door, was it locked whenever did somebody try to open it?
Yeah, it was locked and trapped. And
Okay.
so Ari went over there, didn't see the trap. It blew fire on him, and then he walked away and left it alone. He did not unlock it. Then you guys
Ari,
took a long rest.
Can you disable the trap and unlock the door?
I
To the
can try
west?
again.
You're gonna have to.
Here.
You're gonna have to do an
You go
investigate.
do
if
that.
You get a bonus to that.
We'll all stay back here while you do that.
All right.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna make you. Well, it's fine. You roll high enough. Stop rolling with
Sorry.
advantage. That's okay. But yes, you
That's
see the
not
trap.
advantage.
Oh, you
Huh?
just rolled twice.
I just must have accidentally double clicked it.
Oh, okay.
Double click.
Yeah, that was probably me double clicking.
Okay. Well, you made it on the first roll. So
Okay.
let me go back to the western door. Okay. So go ahead and use your thieves tools to disarm the trap. Oh, you disarmed the trap. So Ari, you see him kind of like go in there and he gets his picks and step out. You see the old added, the expression of deep concentration as his tongue comes out, does the thing. All right, so the door is actually still locked though.
Okay. But trap disarmed, right? All right.
Mhm.
Here.
No problem.
All right. Now here I'm gonna unlock it. Thieves tools.
And you, woof. And you keep rolling
Whoa.
twice, but that's okay. No,
Did I roll
26.
something?
No, you
Yeah.
rolled once and you
Okay.
made it. You're good. Yeah, geez. You have been on fire, sir. 12 and an 18. Yeah, so you unlock that door. Great. So is everybody going in or just Ari?
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
go
gonna-
with them.
All right. I'm going to put you guys
Someone's
kind
got,
of.
someone's got cover at 6.
All right. Well, Erevan is following Ari.
Or is 12.
And it's 3 and the 9.
I'm just. MacGuffin, were you going to go too?
Because we're not coming back for it if this leads out.
Where is he?
Do the
He's
thing
already
real
over
quick.
there.
No, I know. I'm just trying to get
Oh,
everybody.
Trampus asked.
Okay. Hang on. This is fine. You guys can organize yourself here in a second. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so. All right. This quite spacious room seems to be a living quarters. In the center is a large stone pedestal. On it is a strange crystal orb that, when gazed upon, has misty colors within. You see couches over here. You see barrels. You see what looks to be boxes that could be full of foodstuffs, food crates. You see an actual bubbling cauldron over here that is self-heating. You see what looks like a fountain of water over here, and then probably the biggest bed you've ever seen. That looks to have been slept in, but you have no idea how long. Okay, so I'm gonna go character to character. Ari, you open the door first, which leads me to think that the Kender went in first. So you went over to the desk, right?
Yep.
All right. So hold on. Hang on a second. So on that desk, so there is a chest next to the desk that looks locked. On that desk is a full map. And it looks to be a table map, and you see Ancelon on there, but you also see other countries other continents you have no knowledge of.
Same map.
Anything marked
Taladas,
down?
Corraine, all types of stuff listed on that map that you've just this is.
Corraine, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got all the other lands.
Sundered Isles, all types of stuff going on there.
All right, Ervin McGuffin.
Adam. Gonna toss that out there.
Well, I'm gonna wait until the rest of them get in before I start handling that map. Do I see anything on the map indicating like crosses or X's or anything like really important that makes me go like, oh, okay?
No, just a map. And there's also what looks like a very large inkwell, and you could see that someone could and a big thing of ink, like a big ink pot. But you don't see much notes on it.
Okay. I'm waiting for the other guys to get in and start like pacing the place where detect magic or something. So, hey guys, can you come in here?
We're all in.
No one's attacking me, so
in.
I think we're in.
So let's see. Erevan is over here, looking with you, McGuffin, and he's just standing next to you.
By the way, I'm going to keep my eye on Erevan.
That's fine.
The rest of the game.
That's fine. So, okay, let's before we go to this orbish thing over here. So, Garrus, you came over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You look to they seem to be barrels full of ale and wine.
Ari, put one of these in that bag of holding.
And Tarn, these look to be just full of dried foods.
I'm taking a few days worth of rations here.
Yeah,
actually.
you could get there's probably easily, I would say each 5 foot square probably has the equivalent of 20 rations on it.
I'm taking at least 5 days worth.
That's fine. All right.
Mainly because I'm running low.
Mm-hmm. So over here, there is an orb, and when you look at it, it looks to have swirling mists in it. And the longer you look at it, you see like a set of hands are beckoning to you.
I think we might want to take a 2-minute break so Travis can reset everything.
Oh, is there trouble?
Yeah,
I
teams just
dropped
all.
out.
Yeah, team. I was gonna say somebody just dropped. So
Who did we lose? I see everybody here.
No,
yeah.
I was dropped for like a few seconds and then I came back on.
Okay. Well, it's so that's fair. It's 9:30. We've been going. We're at our halfway point. We can take a break. I'm totally okay with that, Travis.
Okay.
I just see at the DM now it's Tim. So
Oh yeah, no. That's
Oh yeah, I do see
Go
that.
Tim, go.
fair. You're the DM
Krampus
now,
is all-
Tim.
All right.
Can I have a holy event?
I mean,
All right, Travis, go ahead and put us on a fiver. We'll see y'all in a few minutes.
Dragon flies into the.
Okay, we are back from our break. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us. The last that we left, we were investigating the rest of what looks like Pandora Chaos Sanctum, and you guys just kind of walked in what looks like to be a personal quarters. So as I had mentioned before, there where Ari is, there seems to be a world map of Kryn with countries that he had never known or seen before. Where Garrus is, it looks like there are several barrels of wine and ale from different parts of the world. Where Tarn is, he's looking at dried food. And then both Erevan, MacGuffin, and Kodiak are over here on this pedestal, and they're looking at what looks to be an orb, and the orb has black mists that are striated with different chromatic colors, but it's mostly black. And as you guys have stared longer, a set of hands have appeared in the mists and are beckoning. But that's it. So that's where we're at.
All right. I'm going to go check out whatever this is.
This just seems to be a very nice long couch and two easy chairs with a table among them.
Okay.
Like the couches look to have been upholstered with velvet.
All right. I start tipping furniture over and just kind of looking under and around and all of that.
Yeah, there's not much. You don't even find dust under there.
Okay. I'll do the same thing to the bed. I'll like lift the mattress up and like.
So I would say
Pull
that
out the sheets.
there's nothing under the mattress. The sheets, the bedding smells like someone had slept in there. And it smells to you feminine because you're a Minotaur and your sense of smell is a little better than other people.
Must be an elf.
No, not you've never
Just
smelled
kidding.
that smell before. We'll just say that.
There's a hint of brimstone.
Right. And so over here, I didn't emphasize enough. There is a chest with a lock on it.
Yeah. So just to be safe, can anyone cast detect magic to see if there's a magical trap on this? Because I'm about to open it. No one?
Erevan's finally like, this is a very interesting orb over here, and I feel like it might be something, but I'm not sure. So
Don't worry about it, Erevan. I've got it. You go and help Ari
Oh,
out.
I'm interested to know what it might be.
I will share everything with you. I will wait until you get back.
Sure. I agree. Wait a second. Where the hell? There's the skill checks. There we are. Just call it an 18. That is. We can discuss it later, but that definitely looks like a dragon orb to me, sir. And he walks over here.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Okay. So with detect magic, it's a ritual, so it takes like an hour, correct?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
So, Ari, I will start casting this spell. Oh, by the way, I think that you have something of mine in your bag, the bag of holding, and I would like to take a look at it in a minute, if you don't mind, after I'm done here. So he starts casting.
What did you want from the bag?
And he kind of waves you off, and he goes into his magic.
Ari.
Oh yeah, I head over to. I head over. What's up?
All right. Without looking like you're doing it, take your bag, put this orb in it without touching it.
Okay.
Okay.
Think you can do
Well,
that?
everyone is occupied, right? So he doesn't see this.
No, Erebon's
I'm
not paying any
saying
close attention.
Okay.
But
I'm
you did hear-
having Kodiak go over. So I'm gonna have Kodiak go over here and say, Kodiak, do your stretches, and then I'm gonna have him like act like a bear and rearing up on its back legs, and just trying to obscure what's going on here.
Because that's not obvious.
Do your stretches, robot bear. Loosen those joints.
I didn't say that MacGuffin was good at this.
So before we do that, Tarn, what are you up to?
Not up to much here actually. Just observing, pretty much observing Erevan.
Oh, he's casting a spell, but you did overhear him say he wants to look in the bag of holding.
Well, that ain't gonna happen. So
Yeah, no, it's not. You're right. It's,
Yeah. No.
we have no idea what MacGuffin and Ari were just talking about. So, but regardless, I can't trust him. Eventually I'll wander up and kind of mosey at, take a peek at the bubbling cauldron.
Yeah, so it looks the liquid in it seems to be, it smells strange. You have no idea what's in it.
Is there a ladle?
There is. Yeah.
Ladle some into a jar I have.
Okay.
And then put the lid on it. That's what I'm doing right now.
Give me an
Then
intelligence.
examining it.
Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, that's my dumb stat.
Yeah, well. When you put it in the jar, it looks very similar in the same color and the same transparency as a healing spell or a healing potion.
I'll keep filling this jar.
You're not sure, but that it looks.
I'm just gonna keep filling it right now.
Okay. How much liquid can be stored in your jar?
It's I would say it's a large jar. Is what all I have written down.
Okay. We could figure that out later.
I would say it's probably like a quart size, maybe.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not one of those big old pickle size jars. That's
like
what
the check that you got, like it smells similar and looks similar. We'll say it has a similar smell as well. Okay, Ari, we're back to you. So you see this orb. It's about 10 inches in diameter. It has black mists that are striated with blue and green and red, green, red, and white. But
All right.
as soon as you get near it, it goes straight black.
Okay, so can I tell in any way where this orb came from? Can I, do I suspect that Pandora might have stolen it?
Since you
In
have
time?
since you researched your the person that you wanted to take to jail, go ahead and give me a history check.
All right, with advantage or not?
I'll give you advantage on this one because you did a lot of time researching Tasselhoff Burfoot.
Okay, 13.
So on a 13, it's not so like it. The details are in the High Claris Tower. He found a strange orb, and it was brought that potentially were used to some magical means, and it was smashed at the Whitestone Council.
Okay.
Similar
so-
orb. You don't know much about it, but you know
All
enough
right,
that
well,
it's-
I am going to immediately follow MacGuffin's suggestion because this is obviously stolen paraphernalia from my quarry. This must be rescued like all the other
well, it
items.
doesn't.
and
It
returned to
doesn't.
their proper
It doesn't. It doesn't have the same description
time. Mhm.
as the orb that was smashed.
Okay.
This has black mist where that. Well, we'll say on a.
It's
We'll
enough
say
for
on
me to
13.
suspect.
It's enough. Yeah, your suspicion is there.
All
That's
right.
good.
I'm gonna open the bag of holding and I'm going to basically stuff that in. Yeah. If I can, bag of holding, basically
give-
along the side, then wrap it around, then
Give
you
me
know.
a dexterity check.
Okay. Come on, a dexterity check.
It should be good for you. Oh, yeah. You're just like, and you put it right in there. No problem. No saves need to be made. No nothing.
All right. Done.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, my
So, so Garrus and also, so Tarn, you're screwing around over there filling up a jug. But Garrus, I think that if you're done with that bit, you saw what Ari just did.
Okay.
But I would say you three are the only ones that saw it. Erevan is still casting a spell.
I'm gonna go kind of stand over here. I'm gonna stay out of the way, but like I'm gonna just stay over here.
Your eyes do look at that map, and it is pretty nuts. Like, you see Ansalon, you see the Isles of which you were born, and you see other continents and all types of things there that you've just never even suspected. But you almost doubt that it could be real.
Are there any drawers or anything in this desk?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Erevan to be done.
Okay. Let's double check if there's anything I missed. Got that? Got that? Okay. Yeah. All right. So Erevan is done. And he starts looking around the room. He says, yes. He says, no, actually, no, there's no magic. There is magic within the chest, but the chest itself is not magical. And he flashes around here and he says, that cauldron is definitely magical. And he says that this fountain here is magical as well. And that is it.
What type of magic?
Which thing?
Either you.
So
Any of them. All of them.
the water fountain would be, I want to say, conjuration, because it's just summoning fresh water. And he says it looks like this is being summoned from a place, the water, and it is going down into a hole in the floor. I would have to check something for this cauldron. Hold on. Sorry. I feel like. So it's a red liquid, by the way. And it smells of sweet almonds.
Hmm.
And since he has actually seen healing potions, he's like, this cauldron is full of healing potions. I'm mostly sure.
Right? How many jars do we have? How large is it? Could it possibly be put into a bag of holding?
Did Erevan see you filling up the jar?
No.
Okay. Okay. He's like, there's a lot of liquid in here. I don't know if Erebon has any vials. Let me look at his character sheet. Does anybody have any vials on their character sheet?
Mm,
Oh. I don't know if I do or not. I would think that'd be the type of thing that a Guffin might have, but
Yeah, I would agree.
I've got empty wine skins. I've got 100 steel worth of spell components.
He doesn't have any vials, any empty vials.
I have one.
You do?
Yeah, weird. It's on my character sheet. I don't
All
know.
right, Erebon. He says, please fill this up if you don't mind.
I have a water skin.
Yeah, I'll put I'll fill up my vial.
So you fill the vial up, and he continues to analyze it and look at it. And he says, "It looks to me like as soon as the vial leaves the cauldron, that the magic is starting to lessen. So it leads me to think that whatever potion potency this has, it might be on a time limit."
All right. Well, I have my wineskin handed out. Someone please fill it and hand it to me. I guess I'm gonna go start inspecting the lock. Basically, can I do an investigation? Check how safe it is?
Do an investigation check.
All right. Go investigation 23.
Wow, you are on fire today. There is indeed a trap on this, and it's a poison needle trap.
Okay.
You see it right there. You see where if you were to mess with the lock, that a spring-loaded needle would come out.
All right. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna unlock this thing. Thieves' tools.
Well, you got to disarm the trap.
Oh, okay. These tools disarm the trap.
You made it.
All right. Click, 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 click. Now do I have to do it again to unlock it?
Yeah, you got to unlock it.
All right.
You made that too.
All right, guys, get ready. There's something magical inside. So,
All right. So, all right. So here's what you find. You find 4 potions. Excuse me.
okay.
Hang on a second. No, wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 potions, a scroll, a bag full of stones, a very beautifully ornate cloak. You see 2 pieces of paper or parchment rolled up. And then you see a leather-bound book with night blue binding and several silver runes upon it. It feels cold to the touch. Or like when
That
you put your
can't be
hands
good.
near it, it feels cold.
All right, guys, I start handing out the contents and stuff like that. It's what we need to do to investigate these things.
Okay. So how are you?
Hmm?
Or you can
Well-
handle the book, no problem. It's just
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's just cold.
grabbing
Like it feels
each of those.
like icy.
I'm grabbing each of those, taking them out, setting them out in front of the chest on the floor for everyone to look at and say, all right, guys, this is what's in here.
So the 2 pieces of parchment look to have been ripped out of a book,
Okay.
and they are written in Elven.
Ah, okay. Tarn, you have the book, you have the Helm of Comprehend Languages. I need that back. Or maybe you can read it if you want it.
I can read it.
All right, go for it. I hand the 2 scraps of paper over to MacGuffin.
All right. So what's the order here? What are we doing? So actually, identify is going to be another different spell that's going to be another.
A long time, yeah.
So
can do
it'll probably be a
identify.
rest. Oh, you can do identify as well. Doesn't it take?
Yeah.
It takes a while though. Yeah.
A minute.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Let's see.
where do you want to start? How about that?
Okay. Well, first we've got
So actually, so I'll say this before Erevan ends the spell. He says the 4 potions are magical. The spell scroll is magical. The bag of stones is magical. The cloak is magical. The book is very magical.
but the two scroll
The two torn out pieces of parchment are indeed not magical.
Okay. So was it torn or hold on.
I do not have the helm.
Okay, I gave the helm to Garrus.
Maybe I
So you
have
should
it.
still have it. Unless you gave it to the knight. No.
What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this spell book is a bad spell book. So
It's blue, right?
Erevan says there is necromancy, there is conjuration, there is a lot going on here. And then
So the
finally
question,
he's like, I cannot, I'm gonna drop my spell, and then his eyes stop glowing blue.
Yeah, I'm pretty
So-
sure whoever lived here is the one who summoned that demon. So
Yeah. And I also think she was telling us that Pandora was collecting. Tacitus had the thought. Tacitus had the thought that she could die, so she did stuff to a lot of magic items that had her essence.
Well,
So
you
I'm
guys
thinking
already
this book might be one of-
know from before
Mhm.
that that's been the race. You guys have been racing against getting these artifacts of Tacitus before Pandora does.
Yeah, but I'm thinking this is one of them, and now we know the reason to get her brought back to life if she ever needed it.
Oh, you're saying
So-
the spell book is got it.
Yeah, I suspect, but someone of a magical nature or technical abilities with this helm will have to verify for me. Someone read the 2 pieces of parchment scrolls. If not, I'll grab the helm from Garrus and put it on myself. Like, ooh, something exciting.
So, one of my languages is Elvish, so
Okay.
I can read it.
I speak Elvish.
You look Elvish.
I speak Elvish.
Wow.
While they're-
So you see, before we start that, Erevan's looking at that spell book and looking at the Magian runes, and he's like, "This is definitely not a Tacitus artifact. This is one of the spell books of Fistandantilus."
I wondered.
Yeah, I mean that would explain how she can go through time. She may have been using.
And he kind of puts it down and is like, "These are known to be well trapped." So who's reading?
I'll let
Darn.
you go
All
for
right.
read.
MacGuffin? Okay. Are you going to read out loud?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you mind if I read it out loud?
please do.
Okay. So there are 2 pages. Each one looks to be a journal entry written in Elven. The journal entry
by Elven?
starts, Archmage Dalamar Argent, Master of the Order of the Black Robes, Winter, 357 AC. It was on this day my extraplanar communications with mages from far-off worlds, or should I say, other worlds, were answered with a time and place to meet. I received the correct coordinates by Elminster of Shadowdale, and the magic allowed precise extraspatial travel without error, to my pleasant surprise. The meeting location was strange indeed, the home of some sage upon a world that forsook magic in trade for reliable inventions. The gnomes of Ansalon would call it technology. Such nonsense. Regardless, between myself, the Archmages Elminster, and Mordekainen, Lord Mage of Greyhawk, proved a fruitful exchange of knowledge. While I dare not record the details in entirety here, I have a suspicion our host did for his own purposes. I'm sure he'll spin a bard's tale in the periodicals of his homeland. One thing of note I do choose to write down for further investigations is the curious appearance of monuments holding power within the two worlds of my colleagues. Both mentioned encountering obelisks crafted from obsidian in their travels. These monuments held strong dweemers of abjuration and chronomancy. Elminster shared that upon Toril, through the millennia, an ancient civilization of artists constructed them to save themselves should calamity take them. I hunger more of information about the Netherese, and I will keep two eyes open for such obelisks appearing in Ansalon. That is the first journal entry. The second journal entry reads, Archmage Dalamar Argent, Master of the Order of the Black Robes, Autumn 358 AC. It's been some time since my travel to meet the Archmages of other worlds, but often my mind has lingered upon these dark obelisks found upon Toril and O-Earth. My curiosity knew no bounds, thus I assigned 3 apprentices to research the subject. One I sent to the Great Library, another to Wayreth, and finally here in my own tower. To my utmost surprise, there are indeed mentions of such devices in the Archmage Fistendantilis' spellbook, in the now ruined keep of Zaman. He studied the item, learning whispers of chronomancy and other fell magics for the practical application of lichdom. Regardless, none are found in the present, which sets my mind at ease. There's too much foolishness afoot with the most recent antics of Lady Destina Rosethorn and her senseless manipulation of the Grey Gem. Gods damn travel upon the river of time, and any foolish enough to be swayed by its temptations. That ends the journal.
Nice, Ed. Nice. All right. Okay. Well, now
I can summarize again, not in my raspy Dalamar voice. So basically, Dalamar said that he met with 2 archmages from obviously other worlds, and if we know Dragon Magazine and the 3 archmages articles,
Wizards 3,
by Ed Greenwood. So he did note that the same type of obelisk that you saw in the other room has been found on other worlds, and then he found one. He was able to. He obviously sent his apprentices. It took a year, but they did find mentions of one in Zaman or Skullkeep. But Skullkeep has been mostly blown up, and he found solace in the fact that there is none existing in the present on Ansalon. That was a lot of fun to write. So just saying.
I appreciate the Wizards 3 and the nod to Ed Greenwood's house.
Oh, you like that? Yeah. Yeah, I tried to think, what would Dalamar think of being in Ed Greenwood's living room? I don't know. I would think that there'd be electricity and lamps. So anyway.
Does Greenwood really have a living room, or is it just one big library?
I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, nice call out to Dragons of Deceit too. Nice. Okay, so obviously,
give yourself a point of
Spellbook
inspiration.
Is a survivor of the destruction of Skullcap, and it might have information in it, based on what we just learned from Dalamar's notes. So, anyone want to be brave enough to open that sucker, or just hold it for a while?
Yeah, it's not hard to think that might be the same spellbook.
Yeah.
If you guys know Pandora.
I don't think we should open it. It's powerful magic, more powerful than any of us here can wield safely.
So, Tarn and Garrus, what are your guys' thoughts? Because you've been pretty quiet.
I think Tarn's asleep.
Tarn's been collecting juice. Awesome juice.
Just been.
I don't
mean,
know.
I'm just studying Erevan, and I'm going to use the paladin's ability to divine sense.
Oh, cool. So let's look that up. What does that do?
Well, I mean, the only thing it's going to affect here, so as an action, I'll open my awareness to detect things such as celestials, fiends, or undead, which doesn't matter to this, since he should not fall under any of that. And somehow I just closed it.
No, it's okay. I can look it up.
And then the thing that kicks in here is I can, within the same radius of 60 feet, I can detect the presence of any place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated as with the Hallow spell.
Okay.
So I'm just saying if he's carrying something that's basically.
So you detect strong evil in Ari's bag of holding.
Yeah, which is the item we threw in there.
Correct. But it's more than just that. There are two strong evil.
As I say, there's the newest evil, and then there's the former evil.
Those two. You do not detect evil from Erevan.
Well, I wouldn't detect him like I couldn't. Like it'd just be if it was an item he was carrying that was desecrated.
Yeah. Nope. He does not carry any item that is desecrated, but you do know that there are two very strong evil items in the bag.
All right, so basically I'm gonna have to kill Erevan. Save the party. Kill the elf.
Kill the elf, save the world. Is that like
save the cheerleader, save the world?
He's not the cheerleader.
Okay.
He could
All
be.
right. So, do we want to spend the time to identify and do the stuff?
I mean, if we're in a safe spot, we should.
And you can close the door.
I close the door, lock it, and call dibs on the cloak. Unless it's something I can't use.
Oh, you want to wear it and it starts eating you?
Well, I mean, if it's like a cloak of like it's making you more stealthy, well, that should go to you.
It's a cloak of elven kind, but the side effect is it turns you into an elf.
I mean, cloak of elven kind is kind of worthless, so.
All right, so we've got a bag of stones.
So, what are you choosing to identify? Because it's only, I believe it's one object, right?
You can identify one object you must touch throughout the casting of the spell.
Yeah, let me look to see if Erevan had memorized that today. All right, well, so MacGuffin, what are you choosing?
Okay, I'm sorry. What's available to identify at this point?
Because there are 4 potions. There is a spell scroll, which I would actually allow an Arcana check for. And then there is the bag of stones and the cloak. And then, of course, you could attempt to identify the spell book, but you already kind of know what it is. So
yeah, I'm not.
It's not really going to help.
Touch that. To identify, you have to touch. I ain't touching that.
Well, no. So it's already been handled, and it just feels cold.
Okay.
We just don't open it.
Yeah.
So let's identify the cloak.
And it's got like a little like clasp on it that keeps it closed, but it's not locked by any means. Okay, so what is it?
The cloak.
The cloak. The cloak is a cloak of protection.
That's a cloak that'll protect you in battle.
Do we know how much protection?
There's only
I'm not going to say a cloak of protection because that sounds goofy in character.
Yeah, no, but
and
there's
I don't
only
speak goofily.
All right, so
it's a cloak of protection. So
the cloak. I'll tell you what the cloak of protection gives you a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. It's a cool little item.
All right.
If no one
These are
wants
all
it,
rolled randomly too.
Okay. So, guys, Tarn called it. Hand it to Tarn.
I will take it unless someone else voices dissent.
Take it.
Let me
Yes.
look to see.
The second magical item I've gotten this campaign.
That's
I'm-
actually true.
I want to use the Arcana check on the scroll.
Okay, roll your Arcana check.
Hot
Oh.
damn.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So the scroll is a scroll of fireball.
Nice. Okay.
Dibs.
Everyone's not gonna question that.
I'm not giving him the chance. Right now, you'll
I
notice
mean-
the way I've been positioning Kodiak has been to where Kodiak is protecting me specifically from Erebon. And I right now I just don't trust him. So I'm keeping everything out of his hands. I'm hoping it's a temporary thing, but if he's been manipulating us, there's an issue.
He did memorize identify. So, what's the second thing you guys want to identify?
Let's go with the stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they the mage stones?
Stones.
The Mage
My
Stones
friend.
board game.
My friend.
Minus the board.
I need you to like simmer down. No.
Why you gotta be hating on that? I had a great cover on that game.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
No, the game box had a great cover.
No, I know.
Was that the Raceland game, Raceland's Mage Stones?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You hating on it too?
I've never seen it, never played it.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, me too.
You've never seen it?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I've ever
Hey.
seen it in a store.
So, why is this not popping up? It's so weird.
I suddenly want to play Dragon Strike.
Hang on. Strike.
I
Nice.
can't believe you've never seen that game.
I mean, so how I know about it is I collect a lot of comics, and they had a lot of advertisements and comics about it.
Wow. Okay.
I
guys.
think that might be in one of my old TSR catalogs.
We gotta do something and set up a game so you guys can try it out yourself. I got a copy, of course.
I can't game with you people anymore.
Me? What did I do wrong?
Gosh, you don't know what Mage Stones is.
I do know what
Weldon
Mage
and I,
Stones is.
Weldon and I can still hang out. The rest of you need to get together and play Mage
No.
Stones.
I
I
know
have the
what Mage
perfect
Stones
solution.
is.
I've got a camera on the phone. I got a camera on the laptop, and we will
Perfect.
just like put this on the dining room table, and everyone knows their color, and they will play. And,
It's
this will be
fun.
a Zoom meeting about. Perfect. Don't worry
It's
about
actually
it.
a fun game.
Moving on. Different game session. Moving on.
So for some reason, when I'm looking in the thing, I'm just double checking. Yeah, so it's ascending stones,
Ending stones.
but there are 4 of them.
All
So
right.
it's-
You want a stone for each of us?
And there are 4
Yeah,
of
so
us.
sending stones come in pairs, with each smooth stone carved to match the other, so the pairing is easily recognized. While you touch one stone, you can use an action to cast the sending spell from it. The target is the bearer of the other stone. If no creature bears the other stone, you know that the fact, as soon as you use the stone, you can't cast the spell. Once sending is cast through the stones, they can't be used again until the next dawn. If one of the stones in the pair is destroyed, the other one becomes not magic. For some reason, it's not popping up in the SRD. I don't know why. In R20 in Roll20. So weird. Anyway,
I could take a stone, put it to my ear, and put a strap that goes on my head.
no,
That
I
would
mean,
not
it's-
be a good idea if someone has like chilled hands or like burning hands on the other side of the stone, right?
So the potions would take a little longer. I will say this. Through study, you have seen these before. 2 of the potions are potions of greater healing, just because you've handled them in the past. Somebody needs to write that down. You have 2 other potions that you don't know what they do, and that should be it. And then you've got that letterbound book. Who wants to read the book?
Nope.
I
Put
Not
it
I,
back.
I, said the
I
friend.
take the book. I take the book.
Huh?
Turn it over. Look at
Okay.
MacGuffin. Toss it over my shoulder into the bag.
Into the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Wait, you have the bag of holding now? Or
No, I threw.
oh, you
Ari's
threw it in the
behind
bag.
me.
Got it.
Ari and I had a moment,
Yay.
and I just give MacGuffin a knowing nod.
All right.
All right.
So actually, those 2 identifies didn't take that long. So you don't. I mean, you can rest in here. You don't have to.
I'm good. Haven't really done anything other than throw a hand axe.
So
Ed, do you see the message I sent you?
let me look.
It's in roll 20.
Oh, it's in roll 20. Got it. Oh. Sure.
Oh, come on.
You think that just ripping the bag with like cutting it open would probably ruin it? Like taking a sharp object and like cutting it open.
Spilling all the contents out.
Yeah, it would go everywhere. All the things. You know that for
Um.
on that roll. That's what you have.
Oh.
I've got a role play that I have no idea what you guys are talking about, and I would be like a little bit
Are you?
offended.
Are you sure about that, Ed?
Well, we're not playing Hackmaster. They don't explode.
No, they only explode when you put one inside another one. Is there
Yes.
something that I don't know?
Yeah, or like a portal or a portable hole or something like that.
Yeah.
You put two-
Okay.
Are you knowing something?
Well,
Right.
I know something that
are
is
you-
metagaming.
So
and-
no, I mean like you on your 14, you don't really know enough that putting a handy haversack and a portable hole inside of it would destroy it, but also open the gate to the astral plane. So you didn't roll high enough.
Are you gonna put that bag of holding in the nature's pocket?
Well, okay. So per the description of the bag of holding, if it gets ripped, everything inside goes to the astral plane. And that would be immensely helpful to us. But I did not roll well enough to know that. Unless
Yeah.
I can also roll a history roll, but I think that would fall more under Arcana, if I'm being fair.
Let me just look it up again. Hang on. Sure, that's constant. Oh, there's scan. No, we'll say you know well enough that if you rip it, it'll go into the astral plane. Yes, they changed that in the end. So sorry, but you don't know about the other side of that we just discussed. Yes, so you know that ripping it or whatever would do that thing. That much you do know.
Okay. I'm going to assume that with my Tinkerer's tools, or wait a minute, what's my all-purpose tool? Okay. I'm going to pull out my all-purpose tool, and I'm going to configure it into a very sharp set of scissors.
Okay.
And I'm going to say. Wait a minute. Where is Ari on this map? He's right next to me.
He's
I'm going
right
to say.
there, but he sees everything you're doing.
Yeah.
I say, Ari, my friend, I need you to trust me and to know that this is for the best. And I am so sorry.
Erevan,
Snip.
nope.
Nope. You gotta
Erevan
fight that.
tries to grab you.
Okay. Now I figured.
So I've got to tell you no, because the traveler told me to protect this bag of holding. It's going to be very, very important in the future, and guard it with your life. So I'm not going to let you do that.
So
Okay,
would
fair
it
enough.
be
Sorry.
It would be
The
an
traveler
attack
told me
roll.
it's going to be very important when he gave it to me, that it's the most important thing. I cannot lose it. I cannot get rid of it. I need to hold it and protect it because it's going to be important later on.
Okay, let me take a half step back then, and I'll.
Leave it ready in case we need it sometime in a case of emergency. But I will guard the bag of holding for as much as I can.
Did you say you snipped at it?
He did say that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that should be an attack roll just to see if he can at least make some sort of. Not guaranteed a damage or anything. I mean, it'd be a disadvantage and all that, but.
That's just.
I mean, otherwise we're just undoing an action we already did.
Oh,
I hope this fails.
I mean, you can make the try
Not exactly.
AC to hit.
Yeah, that didn't work.
I will try to avoid.
Oh, good.
And so Erevan like comes up and puts himself over here and is like, "You do not touch that bag, sir. What are you doing?"
Neither do you.
Sure. Do you understand all of the things that are in there?
Yes, I do.
Do you
And I
understand
also
these are things that we
interactive
need to get the hell out of here?
You understand that you're not acting like yourself. You're under the influence of something I don't know what it is. I am damn well not going to allow you to touch a dragon orb.
I have no interest in the dragon orb. Did I try to touch the dragon orb?
I saw you.
You saw me look at the dragon orb when you looked at the dragon orb?
Yes.
Okay. Did I try to touch the dragon orb?
Did he?
He just looked at it while you did.
No. I've heard enough tales.
Erevan?
I take it back.
So I'm basically putting myself between Garrus and Tarn. Erevan, what did you need from the bag of holding? I know you were eyeing my bag. What do you need from it? And I'll help you find it, and we'll do what we need to do, to get ourselves out of here. Can I do a persuasion check to try to convince him?
Go ahead.
Come on.
Go ahead.
We've been at this for like years. What's up? 13.
That's a perception, not a persuasion, you goofball.
Oh, sorry. Wrong button. All right.
I do that all the time too.
Hang on a second. I just wanted to make sure that sedition is still in the bag. You guys can go ahead and roll your whatever you need to roll.
What do we need to roll?
I mean, are you trying to see if he's lying or telling the truth?
I think I hit him.
Ooh.
Just kidding. I didn't call that an action, so.
Okay.
You just said you just said roll what you need to roll, so I'll just get it out of my system.
You guys are killing me here.
Yeah. So the question is, touching sedition will actually corrupt you, right? Damn it.
He already
'Cause-
touched sedition. You guys
yeah,
don't remember
but
that.
at the same time, if I wanted to prove it was
Ooh.
in there,
You guys can
if
do
I-
insight checks. I've hinted to it 10 times, but that's okay.
Fine,
Roll
I'll
a
do it.
five.
I don't know.
I mean,
But at the same time, I know.
Yeah, you
sedition
guys
can
know that
corrupt
there's
anyone
something
around
wrong
you.
with him. He's acting weird. And
I've
now
known
he's
that
brought
since
up
last
sedition.
game.
All right.
you touch sedition, I take your head this time.
And he glares at you.
And I wink back at him.
You will
I'm your
not.
Huckleberry.
You will not be.
I'm in my prime.
Can anyone detect sedition inside the bag without going in
Tarn
and opening it?
Tarn did.
Tarn detected sedition, not the
detected
dragon orb. Only
Sedition and the dragon orb.
Okay.
It's in there.
Okay.
You guys just forget about the shit that you carry.
Well,
No,
yeah.
my notes don't have it. The last time my notes said anything about sedition, it was with the traveler.
It was like
He took it.
no.
Oh, yeah,
No.
we threw
He
it in the bag.
put it in your bag.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he put it in your bag.
Okay. So, Ervin, it's in here. You're gonna have to trust that it's in here, but you can't have it yet.
But I really, really want it.
You will
They
not.
all
You
touch
want
really,
it.
something.
really don't.
Why won't you give it to me? I'm your friend.
No, you're not.
How am I not your friend? We've traveled. We've been questing together.
What's my favorite color?
I don't know, gray, stone,
No.
The color of ale.
amber. I
Can't believe you
cannot
don't know his
explain to
favorite
you
color.
why, but I have a need to see if it's okay.
Ah, yes. You remind me
It's-
of my great uncle Pappy. You know, he needed it. He had a need. He had an ale cup that when it wasn't full of ale, he had to see it filled again. And mysteriously, every time it was filled, it emptied.
You guys can, whoever made their insight check to know, you can give an Arcana check to see that, to confirm.
Oh, gosh.
MacGuffin, Tarn, Ari, you're just being
I mean-
very kinderish.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Well,
Arcana.
Tarn, your suspicion is your suspicion. MacGuffin, you think that him touching it, now that it's kind of like everybody did see him touch it, but it wasn't a big deal. And now you're thinking
You
that maybe
touched
by
it. You touched it and it's corrupted you.
I just wanna
Tarn's
look at
right.
it.
It's like an addiction.
I just want
It's
to look
like
at
a
it.
bloody. No, you don't.
Of course I do.
If only we had
What
a
is
cleric.
more important to you? What is more important to you? Your friends or that damn necklace?
My friends, of course.
Then you trust us
I'll
to
tell
guide
you.
you, to help you.
I'll tell you what. You're gonna drop it, or we'll bind and gag you, so we
He
don't have
hasn't,
to
he
listen
hasn't
about
touched
it.
it. He doesn't have
No, you're talking about it,
Either
I'm
drop
dropping
the
the subject.
subject.
and I'm
Drop the
done.
conversation, or
I'm done with it. You're either going to stop, or we're going to bind and gag you. Those are your two options.
Oh, well done. Okay. I'm gonna try really hard not to. Yeah, this deserves something. He's gonna make a save.
I am not giving him my aura of protection either.
You're not, or you are?
I am not.
Oh, okay.
He's on the outs of that. because he's outside 10 feet.
I don't know why
there's
it
no
keeps
clue.
everything rolls with stupid.
It's on the character sheet.
That's
a
just
button on the
normal
character-
rolling. That's neither advantage or disadvantage.
Okay. Well, on the 15, hang on. So he kind of like shakes his head a little bit. He's like, "You're right. You're right. I'll drop it. I'll drop it for now. I'm sorry."
Good. Where do we go from here?
The only other door that we found was the front door.
Okay. So, guys, with the bag of stones, I think choose among us four. I think Trampus, MacGuffin, Tarn, Garrus. Each of you take one of these stones. I'll take the fourth one. If these are like connected, then we'll exploit and use them this way. And whatever sending this spell you need to cast will affect all of us if necessary. So I see a strategic advantage. Let's go back to the main room and see if we can figure out how to open that magic door.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. You guys go back to. Put you back there. Hang on. Great. You're back in the main room.
All right. So I'll run up to it. It's like, anything we got?
Nothing happens.
No doors. Can't open it. Got to dispel. Anyone got can we knock down and tear apart a door that's been?
I already looked at it, and that was not a possibility last time.
Oh, no. I didn't say you couldn't try and knock the door down.
I used my door
Oh,
sense, and he said it was indestructible.
No. Those weren't the words that came out of my mouth. I said that it was arcane lock, which would make the door tougher to just knock down.
So the wall next to the door, what's that made out of?
Stone? Well, there's bookshelves.
I'm gonna start pulling books out.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna break out the back of the bookcase, see what's behind it.
So when
Just-
Delamar was talking about the obelisk, he's talking about that green obelisk that's in the center of this room, isn't he?
Correct.
Okay.
And he said that there was information in one of Viston D'Angelis' spellbooks.
Someone might need to actually look in those books.
Yeah.
Crap.
I think it
Okay.
should be the gnome. He's got the least to lose.
Leads to lose. That's terrible.
I'm gonna try and break down the door.
You can do that. That is within your,
Well, that's what I was trying to see if the walls are thinner than the door.
let me just do the thing here.
Because arcane lock doors are impossible to break down.
They're not impossible. They just
Um,
they're just tough.
I mean, can't you just break the door? I mean, you can't open it, but you can.
So an
break
arcane lock door is suffused with magical energy to make it tougher. That makes sense.
Okay.
So the stone here looks to be made of granite.
I'm gonna take a running start.
Arcane lock is impassable unless the spell is broken.
I promise I didn't give you guys I promise there's a way to open the door.
I understand. I'm just reading the description of arcane lock. It's impassable.
Well, then the answer has to lie within the bookshelf somewhere.
It just says while affected with the spell, the object is more difficult to break or force open. The DC to break it or pick any locks increases by 10.
But you said there was no lock. I
You're right.
can't.
No, there's no lock, so you would have to break it open.
All right. So running charge, 15 feet. I'll be 15 feet back, and I'm
Right.
gonna run.
Give me a
Good luck
strength
against.
check.
Good luck against the stone door.
Is it a stone door?
It's not a stone door, no.
You said it was
No, I said the walls are it's stone granite along the walls.
you said stone door.
Maybe you did. I don't know.
Maybe I did. Maybe I screwed that up, and it's not. I'm going to tell you exactly what the door is.
Fine, I'll just open it.
Does athletics go with that or no?
No, it's just a straight strength check.
Strength check. Okay. $22.
Does not do it.
All right. Ow.
Yeah, like I said.
It's not a stone door. It's just reinforced with magic.
All right.
It's oak with chased and iron, but with magic on it.
I gotta think that one of these books holds the key to unlocking it.
I think it's in the spell book of Vicendantos that we just took. That's in it. Someone's just gonna have to be brave enough to open it and read it without setting off any trap that's in there.
Give it to Erevan.
Oh wait, wait a minute.
No, who's the last person?
Erevan was the one who told us about the book, whether it's be trapped.
He made the check. He knows about the book.
Well, he can bypass
Harry.
that.
All right, so
Harry.
guys, if you don't mind, I'm gonna grab the helm of comprehend languages. Let's put this on. I'll take the book and open it. Let's see what happens here.
Well, I'm over here. Just
While
say
he's doing
that.
that, I am pulling more books down, breaking the back of the bookcases, and doing my stone cutting to see if there's any weak spots in the stone.
While that's going on, I'm talking at the same time as
You give
everyone
me an
else causing the
investigation
DM
check
to.
while you're doing that,
Well,
and then, but Ari is going to be faster than you. So Ari, go ahead and give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
You're not a
Oh.
spellcaster, so holy shit!
whoa, good lord.
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
actually fairly intelligent. I have 17 intelligence.
Oh, Taryn,
For
that's
my
not a very good investigation check.
So I'm
Well,
actually pretty
considering I have
smart.
stone cutting, I don't even get that.
Well, oh, what is the stone cutting adds? What? I'm sorry.
I'm just looking at what was actually. Peter.
So, Ari, you basically you're able to hold the book away as a jet of fire comes out of it, and you only take 9 damage.
Woo!
But
That is actually fairly impressive.
I will say this: you're able to open the book. But you do take 9 damage.
All right. 42 hit points left. All right. So with the helm on my head, I am reading. What does it say?
Give me another intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
That's investigation, not intelligence saving throw.
Oh, damn. Investigation, not intelligence. Gosh.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
All right. So as you're reading this book, there is all types of. It's looking in Magian, and it's looking like the glyphs and everything are trying to flow off the page to you. You are going to take 5 points of psychic damage.
Oh. Okay.
for the better part of the time. How long do you want to read the book for?
I'm taking psychic damage per minute.
No, not per minute. I'll give you that much.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just do a cursory scan to see if I see anything related to the obelisk. If there's
And
pictures.
it's looking like, so you're
as I'm
looking
flipping
through
through the
it, you're
book.
seeing spells, a lot of spells that would need Arcana checks, but I'm guessing that you're not looking for spells, you're looking for information, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're able to spend the better part, it takes you almost an hour, but you do find some information about the obelisks.
Great.
So
I'm
you're,
surprised you let me get through this for an hour, guys.
well, you made crazy good saves. I mean,
All right.
so you spend the better part of the hour and you actually find the place that you're looking for, and then you'll need to give me another save. Another
Intelligence save?
intelligence save.
Okay.
So we'll wait on that for a minute, because
Okay.
what is everybody else doing?
Waiting for results.
Okay, so let's go to Tarn.
It doesn't matter. I'll just sit in the corner
not
at this
true.
point.
Tarn,
I'm sitting in the corner reading a book now.
no, Tarn, do you remember your medallion of faith?
Yep.
Is that what you want, or you're trying to do?
Nope, I'm sitting in the corner currently reading a book about the Third Dragon War.
Okay. All right. All right. That's fine. So
I realized it only took place 100 years before the War of the Lands, so I'm really intrigued right now.
no, that's not what happened.
That's why I'm wondering, how did it happen this way?
And things got really
Timeline got
screwed up.
altered.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything over the, just watching Ari? So as you're watching Ari, beads of sweat are coming down his face. You're seeing like he's concentrating so hard that the veins are bulging in his forehead, and it you could tell that it's hurting him reading this book.
I should have read the book.
I was going to read the book, but I couldn't get anyone's attention. So
Well, I should have read the book, because I can do arcane or divine.
Okay, Ari, go ahead and give me your intelligence save.
All right.
All right, Ari, you take 10 damage, psychic damage,
Okay.
and you are now insane. Oh wait, no, on a 9,
Okay.
you're not insane. I'm sorry. You take a 10 damage, and you are one step on the what is the force march
Precipice
level?
of insanity.
No, you're not insane. Insane is just, sorry. You're not insane. You're exhausted or whatever.
Okay.
Let me look at your conditions.
So 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah. Where? It's, what am I looking for here?
Okay. Disadvantage in ability checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So this is where Erevan kind of comes up and is like, I don't think this is for you. Are you
But I
looking to
found
pass?
some spots in the obelisk about the obelisk in the book. It's very interesting reading.
Okay. So is Erevan reading it or is someone else reading it?
I am a magic initiate.
Fernando, I will hand the book over to MacGuffin and say,
MacGuffin
"Yeah,
can do it.
MacGuffin, maybe you
MacGuffin,
wanna,
if that's what you want to do.
possibly read this."
I offered earlier. You wouldn't listen.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
It wasn't you.
Ari, your eyes are bloodshot.
Oh, by the way, I think I'm gonna like quickly head over to the fountain in the other room, the bubbling cauldron, and start drinking a couple, swigs of, from the cauldron for a little bit, and like come right back. It's like, okay.
That'll get you up to full. But so after you do that, you actually have noticed that your hair has started going gray
Oh.
at the temples.
Okay.
Sorry. You only go insane if you roll a nat 1. That was my bad.
So, MacGuffin, I've handed the book over to you before I went over to get myself healed up again.
MacGuffin, are you reading the book?
It's up to you.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm just gonna show him the pages that I got up to that had information about the obelisk, not the other spells or anything else like that. It's like, here, read from this page.
MacGuffin, your caster level is 6, right?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. I just need a intelligence saving throw DC 18.
Ooh.
10 or better.
All right. So you're going to take some fire damage.
All right.
You're going to take you're going to take 18 fire damage. But you can read the book. That's fine. It's the initial handling of it.
Okay, so
You're not gonna make the hour-long saving throws that he had to make. Okay. So we'll say you spend the better part of the next couple 15 or 20 minutes, and what you're able to find is the spell book in Fist and Danceless, like serial killer weird handwriting. It is a study of the obelisk, but it's a full analysis and reveals that if used properly, the obelisk can have different effects as far as time magic, and with the more magic it has, it can restore people, places, and things to a former state and time. So more simply, if it has a larger magical power source, it can bring back things to their former state. Also, you now know the rudimentary. There's a rudimentary study on the Netherese runes that are all over it. So you think you could probably use that to start reading those runes, but it would take longer.
okay.
And this is like no other language. It does not exist on Kryn, which is why the magic didn't work.
I'll start examining. I'll keep a journal as to what all this means. That way we've got info outside of this nasty spell book.
That's what you found out.
I rush back to the cauldron, fill up a wineskin, and come back, hand it to Trampus, say, "You're gonna need this." Woo!
Thanks, buddy.
I tell you, it'll make your hair stand out and go gray on you.
No, that's fine. You guys can be up to at full healing for
Yeah.
that. Well,
So-
that thing doesn't have infinite uses. So, after you left, Ari, you did notice that the liquid in that cauldron is really low.
Okay. So, guys, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here that say if we knew how to control this obelisk, is it possible to like de-age that door to a time before the knock spell was on it? And that will allow us to open it?
That's brilliant.
Do you know how to do that?
That's the idea. Do we have to learn, so
I'm studying. Okay, somebody say or do something, because having a video of all of us sitting here is not going to bring in many viewers, and we've already offended half of our viewers anyway. That should leave us about what, 3?
Well, we're
So-
getting long in the tooth. We only have a few more minutes before we're probably going to stop for the night. So it just really depends on what you guys want to do.
All right,
What?
I'll look to see if there's anything in here about the door or returning
No.
it to state prior.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't really show you directions of how to utilize the obelisk. It just kind of gives a study of what the obelisk may be able to do. It's like it's just like, it's not a how-to. It's here are what my experiments found upon it.
All right, so that means you need to probably study the obelisk and try to figure out how it works.
yeah.
I mean, it's going to take some time.
McGuffin will take all the time that he can get. Actually, I should be over here.
So Erevan decides to look over your shoulders. He's going to make his own save. He makes his intelligence.
Natural 20.
Nice.
So I don't know if learning how to utilize this is going to make us able to open the door.
Well, I mean, if the obelisk changes things or can set a thing to its state prior to certain
Well,
points in
it's-
time, can you not do that to the door where the door is no longer wizard locked?
We don't know how
Arcana?
to make the obelisk do that. We know that the obelisk is functioning to keep time from passing here. And we know that now these few pages here will show us, potentially what the Netherese language is. But it will take hours upon hours.
Erevan,
What about the dragon?
you know-
orb?
do you know the knock spell?
But I'm asking you, what about the dragon orb?
I'm asking you about the knock spell.
Erevan doesn't know the knock spell.
Start thumbing through the spell book, see if I can find it.
The knock spell? No. Go ahead and give me an
Dispel
arcana.
magic?
Give me an arcana check.
If it's the same spell book that was in Zach Saroff, it was in that.
Dispel magic is in that spell book.
Yes.
Well, there you go. Good lord.
That page. Now you
Well, you
gotta
get- what do you
scroll
want me to-
past it. Wow. Well,
Well,
what
the
about the
Wizard
Dragon
Slayer's
Lord,
not
Eric?
here.
He has wizard levels, but he doesn't have the wizard levels to cast it.
Dispel magic? Oh, it's
Yeah.
a third level spell.
Yeah. He's a multi-classer. That's why Erevan has said again, what about the Dragon Orb?
It's in
What
the
about the
bag.
Dragon Lord? It's in the bag. What do you need to do with it?
Do we not think that, could that not try and use that to open the door?
If you summon a dragon, yeah.
Okay. You understand
Are
that
you
dragon
wanting to
orbs have other powers other than summoning a dragon, correct?
Turn would
Yes.
not.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. But
I
I
have
know
heard
that.
tales
He made a
what
very,
they're
he made a pretty
capable of
high
doing.
save or a good check on it. So
Yeah,
So-
I don't think I would know either.
so anyway, we're at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock Eastern. So this is probably a good place to halt for the evening, unless you guys want to go a little longer.
I
It's up
think
to you.
Nah,
it's going to take us another hour to decide to use the Dragon Orb.
It's fine. You don't have to use the dragon orb. It's just...
Like, what if we take the Dragon Orb and whack it against the door
Right.
a couple of times?
I'm good with that. All I know, dragon orbs are bad business.
Of course they're bad business. That's why I gave it to you.
Thanks, Ed.
You're welcome. Okay. Well, then I guess this is a good place to stop for the evening. We'll be back in a few weeks to a month, and we'll kick it into high gear, almost getting to where we need to be. But I wanted to say thank you all. Thank you to my players. Thank you for everyone that's watching. I very much appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a pleasant evening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.